I'm the tariff king, and the tariff king has done a great job. And I hope we win the Supreme Court case, because if we don't...
Trump not only just called himself a king today, but he also completely embarrassed himself yet again at a healthcare summit, rambling on and on about his moronic tariff policy, threatening Greenland yet again. Yep, that happened. Nearly falling asleep, we checked that box, and going on a rant about Ozempic before realizing that this summit has gone on for far too long. I wonder whose fault that was, Donald. These videos really highlight the president's mental decline in the past couple of years or so, and just how narcissistic and deranged he really is. So we're going to take a look at all of it today, along with analyzing some of Trump's polling numbers on the economy, as he must be doing pretty well if he's calling himself a tariff king, right? Spoilers, he's not doing well at all. So be sure to stick around until the end of the video to hear all about it, and do us a favor, leave a like on this video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. It really is the best and easiest way to show your support, and hey, it's free. So do us a favor, subscribe down below. All right, let's move on. In this next clip, we see that Trump is using his tariff power as a weapon once more, threatening countries who don't support him taking over Greenland. It's nuts. Take a look.
Put a 25% tariff, which is, by the way, about 7 times more than they would have to pay by raising their drug, like 7 times. This wasn't like a little bit more, 7 times more. And I may do that for Greenland too. I may put a tariff on countries if they don't go along with Greenland, because we need Greenland for national security. So I may do that. I'll give you a little, I'll take you out of the, in fact, that'll end up being the story. But actually, this is a much bigger story, because we're reducing healthcare by numbers that you haven't seen.
If you don't let me take over your nation without their permission for national security, I'm going to tax the shit out of you is really not a great strategy for making or keeping friends, especially when the nations who have said they will support Greenland are Germany, France, Sweden, Norway, Finland, and the Netherlands, which are all extremely close allies of the United States. So, yeah, let's just burn some more bridges while we're at it. Why don't we, Donald? I mean, we're already a global pariah state because of our brutality, bully tactics, violent invasions, and selfish diplomacy. Let's just tack on some more tariffs to that. You know, what could make it worse? Why not? Let's just do it, right? Just like, what an insane take coming from the president here. I mean, come on. It's almost like Trump didn't know what tariffs were until like maybe a year and a half ago, until he like learned what they were. And then he realized, he was like, oh, this is something fun I can play around with. And now it's just like his favorite toy. It's like he's a baby who just got a rattle for the first time and he cannot put it down. But the problem with the rattle is that it pisses everyone off and it's just stupid and makes him look silly. So it won't come as a surprise that Trump's polling numbers on the economy are just, they're downright abysmal. Okay, they are in the dumps, but they're honestly worse than you would think. Let's take a look.
Yeah, it really is the economy in terms of the big answer here. And what we're talking about is Trump is making history in all the wrong ways when it comes to the economy. And you can see it right here. All right, net approval, economy, 1 year in a term too. You go all the way down to the bottom. Donald John Trump, minus 19 points, his net approval rating on the economy. It is the lowest on record, 1 year in a term too. Lower than George W. Bush, lower than Barack Obama, lower to Ronald Reagan at plus 17 points, and just on a completely different planet than Bill Clinton was at this point into term number 2, 1 year in.
Oh my goodness. Oh, who could have seen this coming? I thought Trump was saving the American economy and bringing prosperity and wealth to our great nation. Nope. Just look at those numbers, right? 19 points underwater. What a complete disaster of a first year in office, second term. No one likes you. Your poll numbers blow. And now the economy, the thing that Trump was touting as his greatest achievement, is some of the least popular policy he has. Just masterful moves, President Trump. I mean, just great work. Truly deserves a slow clap. Such a stunning performance. Just phenomenal job. I guess Trump is confusing his polling numbers with how much he plays golf, so he's trying to get like the lowest score possible, you know? So I guess he's winning in that regard. I guess he's doing okay there. But there's another poll about the economy that is even more damning for Tariff King Trump. Let's take a look.
And just take a look here. Read the cost of living Trump has hurt or helped. In 2024, looking back on term 1, it was split. 40% hurt, 40% help. It ain't split no more, baby. It ain't split no more. I mean, just look at this. 57% say hurt, 19% say help. Just 43% of Republicans now say help. This is more of a flip-flop, more of a shift than Anakin Skywalker going over to the dark side in Star Wars #3.
Not even half of Republicans think that Donald Trump is helping the cost of living. What? Tariffs are ruining the economy. Trump is consolidating wealth at the very top. He is cutting taxes for the rich and keeping wages stagnant, all while these markets just squeeze every single last dollar out of hardworking Americans. This guy is just a failure through and through. But wait, what did he call himself earlier today?
I'm the tariff king, and the tariff king has done a great job.
Yeah, not how I would classify a great job. But, to each their own, I guess. But just wait, because it gets even better. In the same summit, Trump also goes on this long rant about a friend of his and just how overweight his buddy is. And we couldn't help ourselves. So let's take a look.
A friend of mine who's a very smart guy, very, very rich, very powerful man, actually. But he was very fat. And he took the fat, I call it the fat drug. I won't give you which one. It was Ozempic. I won't tell you that. And he went to London on one of his many business trips. It's all he does is business. He can't walk across the street, but he's a great businessman.
Trump tells stories like a man who can't even put on his shoes without help, if you know what I mean. I'll save you the rest of the story here. Trump just mumbles on and on about his friend and how overweight he is, and he's trying Ozempic, and it's not working, but whatever. Trump's friend then complains to the president in this story that weight loss drugs cost $1,300 here in the United States, but only $87 over in the UK in London. But then Trump doesn't draw any conclusions from that. I wonder if that's because the UK has nationalized their healthcare industry and has affordable healthcare for all of their citizens through a taxpayer-funded government-run healthcare system that allows for medicine to be sold without a corrupt and downright evil financial profit motive, and instead just focuses on actually helping people survive and be the most healthy that they can. But maybe not. It's so foreign to imagine. Like, as an American, it almost seems utopian or alien, even though the NHS and other healthcare systems do have their fair share of problems. The United States healthcare system is so backwards, so broken, that even hearing about other countries' healthcare systems, it's just like they're flexing on us, right? It's just kind of brutal. So Trump has done every single Trumpism throughout this whole summit here, right? He makes it about himself. He talks about what's on his mind at any given time and not about the current topic at hand. He threatens other nations. He calls himself a king. And now, yes, he gets bored as hell and almost falls asleep listening to someone else talk. Take a look.
Who sends his greetings, was hosting the stakeholders in Alaska who are going to be applying for these funds, working with CMS in our state. Over the last couple of days, you have over 300 people coming to these meetings on how to use this transformation fund to better healthcare in Alaska.
You can tell he does not want to be there anymore. It is so comical, right? Trump does not give a damn about anyone else in that room other than himself. And it is so clear. There's more to this clip, right? There's multiple clips of Trump just like, this entire meeting, right? He clearly does not want to be there. He's so bored. Like, he could care less about rural hospitals and giving people adequate healthcare access, right? He just wants to line his pockets and his rich billionaire buddies' pockets with your dollars. So when anything else comes up that's not what interests him, like rural healthcare, he'll just completely zone out. It's so apparent. Like, seriously, the second anyone starts talking about actual policy or writing policy or drafting legislation or anything, he just completely checks out. Unless, of course, it's for, reducing taxes for his billionaire friends. But other than that, he just begins to completely daydream about God knows what, probably like kicking a poor person or something like that, maybe. This whole summit really just goes to show what kind of a great, strong leader we are dealing with now that Donald Trump isn't quite as quick, he isn't smart, he's lost his energy, his charm, he's just a whiny, racist, deranged old husk of a human being. And he'll just bark around orders and say things and do whatever his puppeteers tell him to do and pull the strings behind the scenes. And he is calling himself a king on top of all that. So there's that too. We have to worry about that too. Great. But I think that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end. I appreciate it. Be sure to leave a like down below, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It really is a great way to show your support, and it's free. So do us a favor, subscribe to the channel, share this video, like and comment, and have a great day. Goodbye.